welcome back to Rybrook TV and to this, the BMW i4 M50. Now, we've already covered off a little bit of a review of a walk around and a drive with Matt covering the eDrive 40 i4. So this isn't the first i4 we've had on the channel, but this is the first M Performance i4 we've had on the channel. It's actually the first vehicle that M Performance have had any input on. So now I'm just going to show you around some of the key differences that make this particular model the more performance orientated one in the lineup.
The i4 M50 is distinguished from other models thanks to its serene grey details, like the grille surrounds and cooling ducts in the front bumper. There is also an M badge on the front grille. It's also the only model to come with the aerodynamically sculpted M door mirrors, and thanks to the optional 20-inch alloy wheels on this model, we've got those arch extensions over the rear wheels because of the wider track. At the rear, there's more of that cerulean grey detailing around the rear valance, where the exhaust would sit for other model designations. Inside, this car has the optional carbon fibre inlays that complement those beautiful M Sport seats. There's more of that M detailing on the steering wheel stitching and on the seatbelts. But the main attraction in here is that new digital dashboard and infotainment screen that sweeps around the top of the dash. The rest of the interior is in keeping with the wider BMW design language that we've come to know and expect over the last few years.
So that's some of the key visual differences between the 40 and the 50. But now I want to talk about the three different trim levels that are available. So depending on the trim that you choose, there's three different mileage ranges you can kind of get out of the car. So if you were to go to the entry level, which is the Sport 40 eDrive, the mileage is 365 miles to 347 depending on the trim that you option, which is terrific mileage for an electric vehicle. That's like a full tank of diesel. We've also then got the M Sport, the 40e, which is what Matt drove, and the mileage range on that are estimated to between 352 and 337 miles, which is again absolutely terrific. This particular one, being the performance car, you do expect there to be a drop in mileage and range, and again, depending on the spec and trim you choose, you'll get 318 to 258 miles from a full charge.
Other statistics for the i4 M50 include a staggering 536 brake horsepower and 568 pound-foot of torque. The two electric motors are capable of propelling the car from a standstill to 62 miles an hour in just 3.9 seconds. And most impressive is the fact you can add 71 miles of range in just 10 minutes with the use of a fast charger.
So that's some of the performance figures and stuff covered off for the entire range. I'm excited to get behind the wheel of this car and experience it for myself. But before I do that, I thought it might be quite nice to get someone who's actually driven the 40 in to experience the 50. And then when I actually drive it, I'll have someone to actually soundboard my opinions and stuff off and share them with you guys. So I've brought along Matt.
Hello, me again.
How you doing?
Everything with BMWs, I have to be involved.
Yeah.
Can't help it. But yeah, as you say, drove the 40 last week.
Yep.
Pretty much bang on a week today.
Yep.
So it's nice and fresh. So I'm actually really intrigued to see what you think of this. And also I'm quite intrigued to have a go because this is obviously the big boy. This is the fast one. So I'm quite intrigued.
To see where the difference is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, firstly, I think it looks great.
Yep.
I mean, what are your thoughts on the? This is the first time you've seen this as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today. So what
It's
are
a
your
Grand
thoughts on it?
Coupe.
Yeah.
You know what are my thoughts on
Yeah.
these? I've always, one of the
Yeah.
first videos I think I ever did back ages ago, you asked me what
Yeah,
my
it was.
ideal car was, and it was a 4 Series Grand Coupe because
Yep.
it's so versatile. So it's I love it. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. It's very sporty.
Yeah.
I like these mirror
The
caps.
difference, yeah, mirror caps. M mirror caps. How
Oh,
cool do they look?
Contentious.
It's an
But this is
M
an M badge,
i4.
So
yeah.
it's allowed them.
Yeah.
I can let this one off. The wheels are beautiful.
The wheels are brilliant. The red brake, I love the fact that BMW are now doing red brake calipers on
calipers.
car. They look so good.
Yep.
And well, I said it in the 40 video. I love how familiar these cars feel.
Yeah.
Like it's, for me, I mean, you've got so many different kinds of electric cars, haven't you? You've got the ones that look really different. You've got the little weird city car looking things like your Honda E's and things like that. But
Quirky
this just looks like a normal, and that for me is just what I want. I want an electric car to be familiar and exactly just like a normal internal combustion engine car, because I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I don't want to let go of them just yet.
No.
I don't want to let go of...
It needs to fit into your life as well.
Exactly.
You don't want something that's going to be so out there that when you're driving it, people are actually physically looking at you. You don't need that. You want to be able to go about your business in a way that...
And everybody wants different. Like, everybody wants different. Like, I drove the iX. Brilliant, brilliant car. And some people will want that. Whereas for me, personally, I want it to be just like a normal car.
Normal car, yeah.
And that's exactly what the 40 did for me. So I can't wait any longer. Should we
jump in?
Should we go
Take
for a
it
drive? I'll go first. I'm going to hold back on my opinions.
Yes. Then
And
I'll
then
drive
let you-
it,
yeah.
and we'll share our thoughts.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so behind the wheel of the 50. Now, whilst you're collecting your thoughts on how it drives, for the viewers, let's talk about some of the creature comforts of the inside of the car. So, start at the back.
Yeah.
It's got rear seats. They're there.
They are there.
They are there. It's not the most spacious of rears, but then it is the coupe design.
Exactly.
So, if you wanted bigger rear seats, you'd go for the 3 Series, wouldn't you?
Or you'd have the iX3.
Or the iX3,
if you wanted electric.
if you wanted electric. But yeah, so they are there. Isofix got 2 USB-C charging points, dual climate control, nice visibility out the back as well, out those windows.
It looks good to be fair.
Yeah.
Out of the rear, that's one thing that I noticed with the 40 is the visibility actually is very good for a Grand Coupe.
Yeah. No, it is nice. I do like it. Jumping into the front seats, which is where you're probably going to spend most of your time if
They're
you're buying
lovely,
this car.
aren't they?
These seats are incredible. These are the proper M seats.
Yeah.
Really supportive, really comfortable. I like this M.
Lights up as well.
Yeah. No, dead comfy,
Looks
dead nice.
awesome.
All electric, adjustable, heated, dead smart. Lashings of carbon fibre.
Yeah, because this is the 50, loads of carbon fibre.
Yeah.
And then the party piece.
These screens. Incredible thing.
How amazing.
It's a massive curve thing. It's awesome, isn't it?
You can obviously it's the new operating system 8, so it is the brand new BMW system. But however, most people are going to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
And it's totally wireless. You don't have to plug it in or anything like that. Completely wireless. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So cool.
One thing I've noticed with it, they've got rid of all the climate control.
Yeah, it's all on the screen now.
It's all there on the screen. So that's made this really clean, really fresh at the bottom there, hasn't it? It's much more minimalistic.
Yeah.
It's dead smart.
However, one thing I noticed last week, jumped into the 40, went to reverse the car, out of the space it was in. It was all steamed up.
Yeah.
Needed to then do my air conditioning controls. So as I was reversing back, obviously reversing camera on, went to do the climate control, camera disappeared, sensors disappeared as I was reversing backwards.
So you had to stay, park, get it sorted.
Park, bang, do that, get it sorted, then go into reverse to then go backwards.
Right.
Something you get used to,
Yeah.
because it's different. We're used to, like, so many modern cars now are going to this sort of buttonless design.
More.
And we're just used to buttons.
Yeah.
So give it a few years, we'll be used to no buttons.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
There's plenty of buttons on the steering wheel still.
Oh yeah,
we've got lane
buttons on
assist,
the-
heated steering wheel on this one. What else have we got
Which
there?
I have got on because it's currently 3 degrees outside.
Nice. I've just noticed on the steering wheel as well, the M stitching that you've got on the belts and the steering wheel.
Proper M steering wheel this.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well. Strange though, something that's really trivial that I've noticed. In M cars, or in most cars, BMW that have automatic gearboxes, I rest my hands on the paddles.
I was about to say you're doing this with your fingers, which is flappy paddles.
Yeah, I don't use them,
No.
I don't use the paddles, but I just rest my fingers on the paddles.
And you know they're not there.
And they're not there,
they're
noticeably not there. It's a lovely place to sit.
It's absolutely class, isn't it? Well, it feels very BMW, but modern with the screen and stuff. It just, feels
familiar
fresh.
yet futuristic.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
Whilst we're on the topic of kind of the interior changes, there's a couple of things on the outside that I want to point out and get your thoughts on. First one, those little extensions over the rear wheels, because it's got the optional wheels.
I only noticed those. So looking at pictures of this car, had no idea they were there.
Yeah.
Then when we got to Rybrook, Worcester this morning to pick this car up, it's like, look at those! They're just like poking out the side. They're
It gives it a really wide strap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They sometimes look a little bit naff on some cars, but
sometimes they
suit
do,
it really well on this. Especially
On
those
this,
wheels, a massive wide track on the back of it.
It works.
Yeah, it does look really smart. And then the other one, which is controversial for BMW fanboys, which I know you are, the door handles.
Yeah. So I really like the way they look. Nice and flush to the side of the car. I haven't used one of these every day to really get a grasp, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
still a little bit
sold on
undecided
them
on
yet.
them.
Yeah, undecided. The jury is out on that one for me.
is.
I like the old school. It works
Proper
with your
grab
wrist.
angle,
As you open the door, everything just moves in a nice motion. These feel a little bit. But again, it's a door handle.
Yeah, it's a door handle.
We're nitpicking.
Exactly. Of course we are. Of course we are. It's a door handle, and then once you are in and driving,
you have that dual motor of the 50. It's quick.
It's quick. This car. Yeah. I just realised I did that in Eco Pro as well. So let's put it into Sport Boost.
Sport Boost.
Sport Boost.
Right, I'm going to put my head back before my head smashes into the headrest.
So what we're going to do, we'll go from 30 to 60 because we're on a national speed limit road here, so we can do that. So we're currently going 30 miles an hour. Ready?
There we go.
60.
Oh,
You don't need that.
it's stupid.
It's just.
I don't think I'd get bored of it.
No, it's instead like. I know it's not good for the range, and I know we'll probably have people in the comments going, "Oh, that's going to damage the range," but
Yeah.
who cares? When it goes like that,
Yeah, that is good fun.
it's highly impressive.
So from someone who's driven the 40 and now is behind the wheel of the 50,
Yes.
what have we got difference-wise? So we're using 2 electric motors. This is X-drive, isn't it? 4-wheel drive, whereas the E-drive
dual
40,
motor rather than single.
just the rear.
Yeah.
Do you know the brake horsepower differences?
542, I believe, on this.
Okay.
If I get it wrong, put it on the screen.
542.
It's 540, 550 around
Something
that
around
mark.
that mark.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot of power,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's about 200 and a bit more than the 40.
One thing that I have read and watched on other YouTubers' videos is it's got more power on paper, brake horsepower and newton meters, I can't remember the figures off the top of my head, than the current M3, but it's not as fast 0 to 62. And that's because of the weight, isn't
Weight
it?
of this
So
car.
we need to talk about that with the car. Because it's electric, it is considerably heavier than the performance ICE alternatives like the M3 and the M4.
Yeah.
Which is why it's not as quick 0 to 60, but when you look at the statistics on paper, without the 0 to 60, you might sit there and think, that should be a lot faster.
Yeah.
It's not the case that it's been detuned or anything, it's just it's lugging around all that extra weight.
Yeah, it is a heavy car. And well, I'm not going to say my driving impressions right now because
We're gonna
what
swap.
we're going to do is we're going to swap over.
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Yep.
I'll get my thoughts and first impressions of the car,
And we'll have a chat.
and we'll have a chat about see where they match up.
Yep.
Like magic, I'm now in the driver's seat. Matt's now my passenger.
Yep.
Scared for his life.
Which is my least favourite place to be in a car.
Passenger to me, absolute reprobate.
Absolutely terrible. So, what are your first impressions?
Feels like a BMW.
Yep.
Feels like a 4 Series Grey Coupe.
Yeah.
Feels quieter than I was anticipating. I know it's electric.
You've come to expect a lot of road noise with these, haven't you? Let's be honest. Electric, you kind of, because you haven't got any combustion noise or a gearbox, anything like that, the cars are so quiet that we've come to expect a bit of tyre roar, a bit of wind noise. Don't get me wrong, it still has it because it can't defy the laws of physics.
Yeah, you still get a bit.
There still is air
nowhere
hitting
near
it,
as
but no.
nowhere near as much tyre roar as I was anticipating.
And we're on a very rough A road.
Yeah,
Like it's
and it's got those massive wheels on it. It's not like it's
wheels
got
on it.
big balloon tyres on there, is there?
No.
It's got some get up and go about it as well, isn't it? That's
Just
kind of,
overtaking a cyclist just like that.
yeah, it's just really, really, when you're driving it in like normal, sensible mode, sensible driving, it's very comfortable.
Just we're just in comfort now. So it's, and the thing that I found with the 40 is just how easy and effortless. I know it's very easy to say that about an electric car because they are by trade easy because there's no gears, there's no nothing, but it just effortless is the word that I would use to describe it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm liking this. I could drive this a very long distance and not feel like I'm driving around in a sporty, crashy, hard.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting it to feel a little bit more
On its toes.
Yeah, a little bit more like I would feel all these ruts and bumps. Like that manhole we just went over. I was expecting it to feel a little bit more jarring through it. But
if we were in an M3 there, you'd feel that like bang.
One thing I do like, these regen brakes.
They're quite strong on this, aren't they?
They
feel
are
very strong.
But they're not too intrusive.
No.
Whereas in some others, I won't name brands, I've found them very sharp. You let off and it wants to.
Yeah.
It wants to pull you to a halt. Yeah. Whereas this, you let off and then it'll start slowing you down. So I like that. It's really.
You can choose how much regen you want as well. So you've got low, normal, high, and then you've got an adaptive mode as well.
Yeah.
So adaptive will basically use the sat nav and read the road in front to determine when to use regen, when not to use the regen. So if you're coming up to an island, it'll automatically go, ooh, we need to slow down.
That's really
so it'll use the regen. But on a road like this, where it's just a 50 mile an hour, well, we're going into 50 mile an hour now, you don't really need to brake, so it won't. So it's the adaptive feature is very impressive.
Yeah, no,
very,
I really
very
like
impressive.
These screens as well, I'll come back to those. That's my first time sitting in the driver's seat looking at that new digital dash. That's
Lovely,
smart, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's so
it's
good.
so nice.
Yeah, the heads-up display's changed as well, hasn't it?
It has
slightly
changed.
On there, slightly changed on that. That's nice. Everything's really nice. I keep saying it's nice. It's because it is. It's really nice.
You know
I like
what?
this.
The 40 video that I did, you end up just repeating yourself because it genuinely is just a lovely car to sit in and to drive. And the thing that I kept saying in that video is familiar yet futuristic.
Yes.
And that's the tagline that I kept coming back to with the 40. And this is...
We might name this video that.
Yes, let's call it the BMW i4 M50 familiar yet futuristic. Yeah.
No, like I say, I'm going to keep repeating the word nice. It is.
Yeah,
if this is the future of electric cars for day-to-day public, if this is what they're built like and they feel like,
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. This is one of the nicer electrics I've driven.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. The Taycan is still...
Oh yeah, it's about, what, 70, 80 grand more? It's like double the price of this.
Two of these for the
Two
price
of these?
them, yeah. So yes.
You see, I'd have this.
Well, realistically, I would have this because I could.
Well, yeah.
I could probably...
even if I'd have this. I think it's brilliant. I really do. And I'll be honest, I have been quite a cynic of electric cars over the past.
I know you
however
have.
long.
Whereas
I can't help it because I am a dinosaur.
Well, I'm older than you, but I've sort of just embraced it's coming. I've just accepted it's happening. There's nothing we can do about it.
I love internal combustion engines. I love that noise, the rawness, the feel you get through them. And I have been quite. I'm not an adopter. I'll be honest. I'm not. I didn't see electric cars and go, yeah, I want one.
I want one.
I actually want one of these.
Yeah.
I would happily have one of these because I think it's brilliant. But then it comes to the question, big question now: 50 or 40? So I know you'll say 50.
Yeah.
Because
why not have
the big? Why not have the nicest one?
Yeah.
I think I can see why you'd have the 50.
I'm putting it into sport.
Okay, right. I'll brace myself then.
Yeah.
Go on then. I'll see what it's like in the passenger seat.
This is doing. Let's slow down. Let's slow down to 30 again. Let's get back down.
Yeah. Go 30 to national speed again.
Right, off. That's ridiculous, man. That is
strange. It feels quicker here. It feels quicker in the passenger seat to me.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that. That's really good.
It is quick. However, when I was driving that 40, I didn't once think, well, we should have
it hasn't got enough. Yeah. And you've driven, to talk about other brands again, the Taycan Turbo S you drove. And I drove the 4S, which is 2 on the ladder lower.
Yeah.
And I never drove that thinking it needed more power. So that's probably the case with this, isn't it? It's probably very much, I've driven the 50. Now.
It's like roles reverse with these ones.
Yeah. I'm going to come back around this roundabout to go down that.
Go back down there again. Yeah, definitely. No, I think so. So I think the i4 range, doesn't matter which one you go for. I think they're both brilliant cars. I really, really do. I know we'll have people going, oh, well, you work for BMW. Of course you're going to say that. No, I'm saying it because it genuinely is a very, very good car. This.
We're off.
See, that's just silly. It's
go.
relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's talking of. I mentioned this before. i3.
Yeah.
Very fast to 30.
Yeah.
And then
you feel quick, and then it's like, oh, okay.
And electric Volvos are the same. Very fast up to a point, and then they just plateau. This just wants to keep on going.
It's like a train. It just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. I'd love to have a go in one of these on a track because on the road you can't really judge it too much on obviously how it goes around corners because obviously this is a lot heavier than an equivalent M car.
Yeah.
So I think on a track it might start to come unstuck a little bit because of the weight and the weight transfer when you go around corners. But you can't tell that on the road. So as an everyday road car, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm completely with you.
I think it's great.
I'm sold on the i4 Grand Coupe. This is
I am completely sold on the i4. Doesn't matter which one it is.
Coupe. You're English. Coupe.
You're English, mate. Keep saying your name.
It's BMW actually. It's a Grand Coupe. That's what it's known as.
Yes, but no, I think fabulous car. Both i4s, and I mentioned in the 40 video a little bit later in the year. Once the demand for these have died down a little bit, we'll get both cars together. Because at the minute, we have very little time with these cars.
No,
because they're just out. The demand for these
absolute smash and grab
is
from the
insane.
dealerships, isn't it?
Yeah,
we need to get in, but they're all booked out. Customers are testing them. They're booking them out for long drives,
which I think is just a compliment to how good this car is. Like if you were to order one now, I don't even know when it is. I think it might not be until the end of this year, maybe next year now for one, because they are so desirable. So if you do want one, use the links in the description to contact.
I was going to say that's a nice segue, Matt.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. If you want one, contact our private retailers in the link below because the build slots are flying. And I'm not just saying that, they are flying out. So yeah, have and book a test drive because experience this because
you need to experience it. Yeah,
you need to.
It's awesome.
It's a
when you're not
fabulous
stuck
bit,
behind someone doing 16 miles an hour.
Some Portaloos. Andy's lose.
Andy's losers holding us up here. So I think on that note,
we'll wrap up, shall we?
Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon to make sure you don't miss mine and Matt's mug doing more videos in the future. And yeah, hopefully we can get this out with a 40 or even maybe put it up against a Taycan.
Ooh,
that'd be a nice little comparison.
That'd be nice. A Taycan and an i4 M50. That'd be a great little video. That would.
Yeah. Right.
Let's make that happen.
Let's make that happen. I'm going to enjoy this bit of road. Let's get back.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one, guys.
See you next time.
Cheers.